from Yogyakarta State University. Today I will talk about reading. I believe every student knows that reading is beneficial. Reading provides us new knowledge. Reading helps us to reduce our stress. But here I'm not talking about reading in general. I talk about reading literature. Maybe some of you think literature is unusual. Literature is just imagination. But I believe literature is way more than just imagination. So I want to encourage myself, you, and all students in Indonesia to start reading literature. In order to do that, let me explain to you what is literature and why I believe literature is wonderful. Literature is a marker of a civilization. It gives us access to the social condition, culture, and historical events in 100 or even million years ago. Through literature, we can see how people lived in a particular place and in a particular period of time. But reading literature is way more than just gaining those information. Reading is strengthen our brain. In a study of neuroscience found that reading literature increased blood flows in our brain globally. Reading literature is not only activates language processing part, but also activates physical and mental sensation in our brain. So if you read a book when the character is walking to the coffee shop and smells strong coffee aroma, our brain have the same response as if we actually walking and smelling those scents. Talk about mental sensation. People who read literature is way more empathetic than those who only read fact-based books. Thinking through the particular action and situation in the novels educates our emotional intelligence. It was proven in a study called Theory of Mind. In this study, participant was given pictures and they have to guess what's the emotion that the person in this picture is feeling. From the study, participants who read literature regularly is score higher. Why? Because in study theorized that reading literature allows us to see from another perspective. Reading literature improve our social awareness. Now we talk about social life. Literature is real life simulator. We know that reality is complicated. Interpersonal relationship, life challenge is often hard to resolve. But through reading literature, we can train ourselves to overcome this problem. Dr. Otley, professor of cognitive psychology at University of Toronto, notes that negotiating in real world, in social world, is hard. And just like computer, which helping us to solve complex problem, novels, stories, dramas help us to understand the complexity of social life. Finally, we know why students should read literature. As I stated before, reading literature is strengthen our brain. Literature is increase our social awareness. Literature is helping us to understand the complexity of social life. We know, student is the future leader. So you can imagine if the leader can see from another perspective before making a decision, how harmonious world will be in the future. Once again, I want to remind you to start reading literature, because literature is way beyond imagination. I'm Aprilia Nurul Baity. Thank you for listening my speech. See you in the next time.